The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party.
This is a birthday celebration.
Quiz. Whose birthday is it on this show?
Let me guess.
3 picks.
Let me guess.
Yay.
It's Tony's V's birthday week.
Today is the actual
Today is the
my
actual.
birthday.
Yeah, happy
the Tuesday.
birthday.
Yeah.
And you actually are working today?
Yes.
Yeah, you got pants on, you got
Yes,
shoes on.
I got a hat.
You got a hat on.
You got a hat on. Aw, gotcha.
Gotcha.
Any birthday with a hat on is a good
Yeah, it's a
birthday.
good birthday. Once you get in your 60s and 70s,
I'm
if you
too
had on.
old to have a hat on,
He's a nice
But
guy.
you do.
but I do. My hat actually can be tuned.
Really? That's quite a trick.
All right. You know how many people have worn a hat like that? Probably
No one has ever figured
never.
that out.
Millions of people
Because
have,
most
have
people
worn it.
aren't wearing a microphone while they have
Most
a
people don't
hat
have Tony
on.
They
V's
couldn't pull
brain.
this hat off.
Right.
I think it's very slimming.
I think it's adorable.
Rainbow
You do look-
colors.
you do
which
look
is all
very
right.
thin.
Yeah.
Boy,
It's all
have
good.
you lost
I know.
weight?
I don't know. I don't pay attention anymore. I had a consult with my doctor, and
Imagine that
on the
consult.
phone. No, on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got to check in when they get.
Did he ask you how much you weighed?
And stuff. And he's talking to me. He goes, "Well, you seem to be doing pretty good." I go, "Yeah, I'm alive. I mean,
Yeah.
How do you know? You
Well,
can't see me.
Right? How do you feel?" I go, "Pretty good."
Was that the conference?
That
He
was
just
it.
said, how you
Yeah,
doing?
how
And
you
s-
doing?
And you seem to be alive,
Yeah.
and that was it?
And I said, "Yeah, I feel fine."
Oh, the criteria is pretty low these days. For,
And then he says,
Medical.
"It says here that are you still occasionally smoking cigars?"
Yep,
I go,
occasionally.
Occasionally when I'm awake, yeah.
It's like the guy that goes into the doctor and he says, "Well, how much do you drink?" And he goes, do you drink?
yeah.
Yep. Occasionally. And then he's like, every day. And I drink till I pass out. And and then I wake up and I start drinking all over again. And the doctor's like, whoa. There's another funny one.
My doctor, yeah, he asks me all the time.
How many drinks do you have? About 10. Oh, in a week? No, that's just the beers before we start with the tequila and the wine.
So it's your birthday
Yeah,
today.
it's my birthday. Yeah,
but
I don't usually say how old I am. I don't know why, but I'm old.
You're old.
And here's
Take
how
it from him.
You don't
He's
seem
old.
old.
Here's how I put my age. I am old enough to not act like I do. I'm actually too old to act as I do. But I've been saying that since I was 21.
Right, but you're supposed to regress as you get older. You can act that
Oh,
way.
I can't wait. My sincere hope, and this might be a trigger, really for people.
It's got to be a
When he says
trigger.
it might be a
Trust us.
trigger.
No, yeah.
It's going to be a trigger.
Right, but I'm making fun of me, not
Yeah.
the thing. But inevitably, I'll get Alzheimer's.
Or dementia.
Yeah, or dementia. And I hope when I do, I get Tourette's along with it.
Right. Oh, you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
So
Trust
why?
me.
Because why? I still want to be entertaining, even if I don't know it.
Yes. Yes.
Well, that'd be good.
Who are you son of a bitch?
And
I
hopefully
know.
the people,
I never liked you.
Hopefully the people around you are in the same stage because you could keep telling that joke all day long.
All day, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they used to do a joke about that comedian with Alzheimer's. Tell me if I've said this before.
I even think people without Alzheimer's
Yeah,
says
might
that.
say.
Yeah.
Now, what age? Let me ask you this, because
Yeah.
it sounds like you're almost at that age. Can you not go into a store and be very respectful, but say to like the attendant, "Oh, you look very nice today.
You can't.
All right.
Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Okay.
No.
Never, Rick.
I
So
think-
stop.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be nice sometimes. I'm thinking, am I getting put
I
out
really
about
love
that?
your sweater.
Oh, man.
That's a wonderful,
You fill it out so
wonderful
nicely.
sweater.
Listen,
Rick, you can't be telling, and you can't say that to anybody.
Anybody.
I know,
You
but-
can't.
but-
you
but
you
it-
can't say you look nice today.
All right.
You-
Because I was thinking
Or,
after a certain
you know what they
age, they
hate?
know you're not trying to, pick them up.
No,
No,
no.
they
Okay.
don't.
All right. I was
They
just,
think
I'm glad I
you know that
asked.
crazy
what-
guy that
I've
comes
been
into.
telling a lot of people saying they look nice lately.
You know what the one they hate the most? The ladies, I can't even say ladies, women
Yeah.
hate the most.
Yeah.
Is you should smile more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Oh, yeah.
red flag.
Oh.
That's you could get
Yeah,
canceled.
or relax.
Relax.
All right. Now, I know we have a lot of real estate notes here, and we're going to get to them, but
No, we're not.
how
No, we do.
when do we stop? I went to the cleaners the other day. Asked for my stuff.
I've been
money
taking to the
back.
Same day,
back,
same
back.
same day delivery.
No, they don't do that anymore either
Okay.
because of COVID.
Because of
It's
you.
like
In
5
In by
days
9,
later.
out by 5. Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends.
And then they're like, "When do you want it?" And they're
Like
Rick's
an
like,
hour?
"Well, how long?" And they're like,
I'll
3
wait.
days.
I'll wait.
But doesn't the sign say
that-
same day?
Well, it says same day.
It was like
yeah.
the signs we bought, the same day signs.
Yeah, but they bought it. You can get it in 3 days.
No,
No,
like
from the company. You're
yeah,
right.
8
There's a
days,
same,
right?
Same day.
Same day signs.
service.
The reason we called you is because you
Because
said you could
it's
give us
same
same day
day.
service.
When is it going to be ready? Oh, in 4 days.
No,
Well,
no.
no.
We can give you a sign that says same day.
But your sign
sign-
takes a little
I
time.
won't be there for 3 or 4
That's
days.
awesome.
But how come they don't say thank you anymore, or they just drop my money in my hand and they look at me like?
Your inconvenience.
I mean, that's how they get paid. I go
I
there.
know.
I don't know. Tony?
Listen, the pandemic has just
I know.
realigned everything.
do you mean I'm not supposed to answer the phone or what the fuck do you want? I'm
there,
gonna
goes,
start.
there goes the show.
I'm gonna actually stop
Gregor.
saying that. Girls, can you stop? Sherry and Judy, please do not answer the phone like that anymore, okay?
Sherry and
realize-
Judy would never
do you
do
want?
that.
Oh, what the fuck does he want again?
Who's asking?
In about the 3 years we've done this and the 2 years we did the radio show, I've always said, I'm going to get one of these shows on our website. We just blew it again.
It's
Yeah.
Tony's birthday, and we're not talking about anything but funny things.
How can we put our on there where our paralegal says she answers the phone?
What?
WTF. I know.
I think there should be more of that.
All right.
Right.
Everybody talks like
All right.
that,
Yeah.
and then people get offended. Like, oh, I can't believe you said that. Of course you can. You've said it.
So
What about the can we talk about the bar where you go, I'm sorry, do you think I'm being a pain? And the guy goes, yes.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
No,
good one.
are you sick of
sick
me
of me
yet?
Very
Yeah.
straightforward
He goes,
people.
yes. And Rick goes, what?
What?
And he goes, yeah,
And he didn't back off at all.
I'm
Yeah.
sick of you.
Well, see, but you got to appreciate that honesty.
I know. I said, did
It
I
was
just say that? I've never
hysterical.
heard that. I go, yeah. I said, you must be sick of hearing from me today. He goes, and I'm only doing it to try to help him. He goes, yeah. I go, what? He goes, yeah, kind of. I said, I've never
Well,
heard
you got to
that.
get it in the business all the time because, I mean, we're all in the people business and people
Right.
suck.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
you got to
Right.
pick and choose your fight, so you'd be
Right,
fighting
right.
every day.
Right.
So I was going down the on-ramp to my highway.
Oh, forget driving out there.
No,
these days.
this girl, I mean, I was, gingerly entering a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go.
Right.
And she was
Leaning on the
behind me
horn.
going, what? You could see the rage.
Right.
And because I was there for a couple of minutes, but
Yeah.
the traffic's coming really fast, like
Oh,
going
yeah.
65
sure,
miles an
of course.
hour.
I had to
You're
wait an
entering a
extra
highway.
4 seconds.
So when I did get to go out, I darted, and then she darted, and she's like, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
hi, how are you?
All right, since we're talking travel, and I'm going to get to this real estate notes in a second. What is the time frame of when a light goes green and the people behind you can stop beeping?
Oh,
I had a guy the other day. It was a half. It wasn't even a half. It wasn't even a second.
Because they were anticipating that you weren't going to be ready. they were actually like
There's
projecting.
no patience at all?
No, people have lost their patience.
Well, how about in a
Completely.
traffic jam
Yeah.
when nobody is moving
Yeah.
and someone starts
Beeping.
leaning on the
Beeping
horn?
right.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's all move out of the way. Thank
That,
you.
you know what? I really
Thank you for
appreciate.
letting us know.
I didn't know that
the
there was a
20 cars in
traffic.
front of you all fell asleep. Thank you for waking us up there.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
My favorite one, and I just drove down to New York to see my daughter Cecilia last week, and Connecticut is the fucking worst.
Yep.
The worst drivers
his
in the
birthday.
world. It's awful. And the people who come up behind, and I don't drive slow. I'm,
Neither do I.
75, 80 is, but I'm getting past like I'm standing still, and I go, okay, blah, blah, blah. But then there's the guy who comes right up on you, goes around you,
Yeah.
gets in front of you, and then slows down.
Slams on his brakes.
So you just wanted to
I
be in
hate
front
that.
of me.
Right.
I
That's
hate
all.
that.
That
Right.
your,
I hate
your
that.
entire purpose for being
Oh,
out
yeah.
today was to
Yeah, yeah.
cut me
right,
off.
right.
Someday someone's just going to buy a junk car and take out all those people. When you hear
Yeah.
people
Well,
going,
the thing
"Fuck."
is, like, you never know, like that.
Yeah, you can't-
that
I'm not-
traffic altercation
Yeah, I'm
up
not
in Manchester.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not subscribing to something
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
No,
Don't
like
say it.
Definitely should.
they had a little beef going on just in the traffic.
Yeah.
The guy got out and shot him
Right,
in
right.
broad
Well,
daylight.
this
So
is-
that's the thing.
This is the argument for people not having guns. I am one of them. If I had a gun, I would use it.
Right.
And
No,
I
I know.
should
At
not
least you
have
know
one.
your
Yeah,
boundaries.
yes,
But a lot of
yeah.
people don't.
Yeah, no.
Like England, they have no guns. Huh?
No.
Hardly any.
And
So
there's-
we had a guy on that was, we should talk about some of our past shows. We had a guy on, was a martial arts.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said, he might not have said it on the air there, but he was talking about road rage. And he says, and this guy could probably defend himself against 5 different guys. He goes, I don't know why anyone gets out of a car during a road rage.
Right.
Right.
You're protected by a 3,000 pound.
Yeah.
And why do you get out and start engaging?
Right.
You're asking for it. You
Right.
don't know what the other
Right.
person has. Remember, he sat right over there.
Oh, yeah. He walked in, surveillanced the room, and then sat. We were all sitting over there. And then he sat over there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was, were you here that time?
Yeah, yeah.
He was strategically placed,
Yeah.
and we asked him why, so that he knew he could see every inch of the room.
Oh, that's-
and he had an exit
It
strategy.
was
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
like the Wild Wild West days
Oh,
where they sat in the
Yeah,
saloon
yeah,
and
That's an old mafia thing. You
Oh,
always,
I
you
didn't know.
You
yeah.
always sit with your back to a wall,
oh yeah,
never to a window.
yeah,
You always know where the exits are.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know the quickest escape.
exit.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was actually kind of eerie.
yeah.
I one time did a gig in Springfield. This was years ago, 15 years ago, and this is how emblazoned it is in my head. And I was pulling up to the gig, and there was a parking space, so I put my blinker on, the way you do in front
yeah.
of the space.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you pull up
Yeah.
to
Oh.
back into the space.
Yeah.
And this guy that I
Didn't
pulled
pull in
up
behind you.
No, he just pulled up on my bumper,
Yeah.
so I couldn't back up.
Oh my God.
So I couldn't get into the space. And, I beep, I point,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to get in.
Yeah.
And he gets out of the car, and it comes up to my car, and I roll down the window just a crack.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "I'm trying to park." He goes, "You got to go." I go, "No, I put my
parking.
blinker on, blah blah blah. I get to park." And
I get to park.
right, he's arguing. He goes, "Well, hey, you're drunk." He says to, and he was obviously drunk.
Right.
And I go, "Okay, so you might want to give me more room." So he goes, "That's it," and he pulls out a badge. He was off duty, but he goes, he literally says this to me.
No.
He goes, "I carry a badge in this town," and I go, "I carry a deep-seated hate for authority. This is not going to go well." And he starts pounding on the window.
Really?
Yeah. And
How did
Was he
it-
a real cop?
yeah, I guess. So he goes, "Get out of the car," and I go, "Nope."
Good for
He goes,
you.
"I'm a duly sworn officer of the law,
Yeah.
and I command." I don't think he said command, but
Yeah.
You get out of the car. I go, "Nope."
Good for you. Did he eventually just go
Call
away?
back up,
No.
sir.
So I go, "What I'm gonna do is call the state police, and when they get here,
We'll sort it out.
we'll sort it out."
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Smart
he goes,
move.
and he starts pounding on the car door. So it was right near the gig I was doing, and the guy that ran the gig that hired me happened to be like an honorary police captain.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, and he saw the whole thing.
Oh, wow.
And he came out with his badge. So now I'm the only one without a badge.
That doesn't seem fair.
I want a badge.
That'll
Yeah, I
teach
did. I
ya.
go, I want a badge to even this thing up a little bit.
So was he a real cop?
I guess he was, but he was drunk. I mean, there was no doubt about
Really?
it. Yeah, because and so the guy said, "You just get out of here," and then they sorted it out.
Wow.
Right.
So then the guy who hired me goes, I just saved you from an ass kicking. I go, how do you know you didn't save that guy from an ass kicking?
And what did you do wrong?
I did nothing wrong.
Right.
I've
Put
had
the
that a
blinker
couple.
on.
I one time had a young comedian tell me he was gonna, pound my face in the sand.
Really?
Yeah. And I go, that might not be as easy as you're thinking.
I'd like to see you give it a go.
What upset that guy so much?
I
won't even ask. I won't even ask. So I went to talk about cars and all that. I went to a pizza place the other day, probably around 2:33ish. No one's really in there. Actually, no one's in there. And this one guy pulls up. I've never seen this. I was going to say something, but you really can't. You can't talk.
You
to
made
him.
a lot of friends at Bagel World that day.
That was her fault. Story for another time.
Okay.
But this guy pulls in. There's 2 handicapped spots. I've never seen this before. I was going to mention to the guy, and takes both spots so he can run in and get his takeout.
Right.
That's obnoxious.
That is obnoxious.
I
Not
don't
just-
see your handicap.
Right.
Yeah.
And not even take just one, but takes both of them. Just so,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no one there. He can't buy, I don't know, whatever.
And I was thinking of other annoying things is like when somebody's at a gas station bay
Yeah.
and they're not pumping gas.
Oh, that
yeah.
crawls up my butt.
Yeah.
Big time. There should be a book. We should write a book about, simple things.
Etiquette.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that.
You
I
don't.
think that's a good
Etiquette
idea.
after
You pump
COVID.
gas. You pump gas at the pump. That's all you do.
Right,
Go
and then you
buy
move.
something from the grocery store,
Right.
move up.
Move up. Go park
Right.
somewhere else. You don't go buy lottery tickets.
Oh, you don't sit
Or
there and check your emails.
Emails, right? Or get back in the car after you're pumping and sit there.
Right,
People
right.
are waiting to pump.
Right. And then I had to go all the way around
Right.
and back into a different spot.
Yeah.
It was just like, and then the
People
minute
think
I
they're
got
entitled to it,
situated,
then they go.
he pulls out.
Yeah.
I was like, I was just sitting behind you for 10 minutes.
I think
Right,
it's a
right.
sociological thing. If you put your blinker on, you see people leaving, all of a sudden they adjusting mirrors and putting on
Right,
makeup.
right.
And,
Right.
It's-
Right. Well, that's kind of just mean, don't
Yeah.
you think?
Why
I
do people think
people-
blinkers are like the catch-all to everything?
I put my
have
blinker on.
Right.
No,
Oh,
you put the blinker on, but don't.
I know, I'm kidding.
Right.
But don't, if you have one space,
It's a-
just because someone puts a blinker on doesn't mean they can cut you off. Well, I had my blinker on. Right.
It's a signal indicator, not a right.
Right.
It's not.
It's not an absolute thing,
No.
but I'm going to let you in.
No.
I'm proud of anyone in this country that uses one at all. Trust me. Like, just for the record, just PSA
some
for
people-
the world here.
Yeah, yeah.
An indicator's the thing you put on before you put your brakes
Yes.
on, so
Sure.
people know what's coming.
Sure.
It's not the explanation after the fact.
Right.
There
I
you
have
go.
my
I'm
blinker
done
on.
anyway.
So we were talking about Don Gavin lines before the show. We'll have to throw this one out where the guy goes up to pay at the gas station.
Yeah.
Goes, well, what island are you on?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't work it.
You're here all day. Can't you memorize the numbers?
I think in your
from 1 to
8-hour shift, you ought to be able to memorize the numbers 1 to 8. Gas is the best.
That's I'll give that one. Don Gavin probably the 3 best lines he comes up with is that one
Yeah.
and the one about.
Man, no.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. We'll tell about that one after the show there. But Mr. Gavin, it doesn't seem like we've gotten your last mortgage payment.
I think you have.
And the third one is now I'm seeing it everywhere, and it's subliminal now, and it's etched in my. Now they're gambling so much.
Yeah.
They have to
Oh,
put down below if you have a
If you
gambling
have a
problem.
good-
Oh, yeah.
Who else would be in here?
It's all over. It's at
So
every
I call the
casino.
number. I call the number. I got a problem. The deal
Yes,
is
sir.
showing
Can I
a
help
7.
you?
The deal is showing a 7, and I got a 6.
I got a problem.
Those are all Don Gavin.
Don Gavin.
And the worst thing is, Rick was trying to figure out if he saw a brown bear.
Oh yeah, I
does-
didn't
That's the whole
explain
thing,
that
yeah.
one.
No, you can't explain it, but He said Don Gavin knows what to do. If he sees a brown bee, he's supposed to
No, we were
pretend
talking
you're
about
dead.
listening to comedians and relying on them as being
So
accurate.
actually,
Go ahead, tell about the brown bears.
But so Rick goes, I think Don Gavin said that if you see a black bear, you're supposed to
You're
not
supposed to
move.
fall down and pretend you're dead.
Right.
You see a brown bear, you get up and wave like you're huge, and then you run. But sometimes black bears are colored brown. So how do you decide what you actually
What you should do? And I said, Rick, if you're actually
Yeah, I know.
letting Don Gavin guide you
any
in the
comedian,
case
but Gav
of a
especially.
bear,
Yeah.
Do you know he used to be a guidance counselor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just amazing. I know.
He's the one he'd be the guidance counselor that was like feeding you rum at lunchtime,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's Tony's birthday
Yeah,
today. Let's
it
talk
is.
about some of his favorite lines.
Yeah.
So I actually had a line the other day where you were having problems with your Wordle. You texted me. Give me a hint. I said, it's something that Tony V has bought for his father in the past.
And I'm like, no, that's my joke.
It's not your joke.
Yes.
The kayak joke is not your joke.
No, but I got
the Cadillac.
I got a
Right.
kayak
Yeah.
for Christmas in the
right.
dead of winter, and we had 5 feet of snow on the ground.
Right.
And somebody thought that was a great
Great
gift.
Yeah. So
And then before you know it, it was circulating around town that
Yeah.
I got a blue Cadillac for Christmas.
Kayak turned into Cadillac.
yeah.
Because everybody was drinking, I think, one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 2 people.
Only one time.
Yeah, I had to put out a Wordle alert the other day, and I simply wrote, heads up, Wordle spoil. Today's word is not dildo.
What was it?
You know what?
Ditto.
Oh.
It was ditto.
You know what? That's so funny you say that. Have you played Spelling Bee at all yet?
No.
You're going to play that where they give you 7 letters.
Rick, he has a life.
Not much of one.
You play Wordle all day long, so
No, I
we're
don't-
going to get these notes shortly there.
Yeah.
But Spelling Bee, they give you 7 letters, and you're
Yeah.
supposed to find as many words
Oh,
as
I like
possible.
that.
Dildo was one of them.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Stop it.
It is.
It's a
I said
legit
yes.
word.
It's a legit
Yeah,
word. It's a real
All right,
thing.
all right.
Yeah.
course.
So while we're having a birthday celebration
Yeah.
today,
Yeah.
let's talk about some of our favorite shows that you have been the forefront of over the years there. I was thinking one of my favorites was the guy who came on and had his virtual assistant.
Right.
Oh, that
Oh,
was,
I knew where that was going from the get-go.
Do you ever see my face?
oh
yeah.
my God, that was the funniest thing in the
I was
world.
like, wait a minute. You're getting married to your virtual assistant. How does that
That he's
how does that
never even
work?
met.
We never met. Right?
Oh, no.
It didn't last.
No.
No.
Really?
When he met her, she
He
was a
pu-
hologram.
Yeah.
No, but she had kids in college.
That he was paying
They
for.
were
I know.
paying for.
And then
Yeah.
her plumbing went, so we sent her $5,000 to
Not
get,
her plumbing, the plumbing of
Right.
the
yeah,
house.
of the house, right?
Yeah, we don't know about
That
her.
guy was sending money.
Oh, you were getting jealous. You were saying, "Geez."
No, I wasn't.
Maybe I should hook
wasn't
up with this
getting-
guy.
Well, I wasn't getting jealous.
Yeah, but let's be clear. It was a real person. He just
Well, he was. I never met the. Although I did
no,
talk
she
to her.
FaceTimed us.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
She doesn't
So she
speak
was a-
English.
yeah.
She said,
Oh, that's
"Send-
convenient."
Send me your money, honey. Send me all your money. I got another one that needs to go to college too.
How many kids do you have?
Yeah.
I'm going down to meet her.
Yeah.
The
I've
look on
given
all
her-
of our faces when he was describing that.
Yeah.
Saying, "Oh boy,
yeah,
someone's
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to get a little
This
bit
is
of
I'm
scam."
going out with a hologram too.
Right.
My virtual assistant.
Oh my!
Yep.
I remember that guy. Yeah.
We
I'm
had-
really hoping that my virtual assistant sends me money as opposed to
Right.
having to send my virtual
One of our
assistant.
other good. Speaking of that, I wasn't going to bring this up, but we've had some good shows on scams.
Oh, we you know.
I think- yeah,
we
go
don't
ahead.
know if we're teaching people scams or warning them.
So this is the best one.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's question and answer type of thing. This lady writes on this forum. I've fallen in love with this man that has to be out of the country. He works on an oil rig. But it was a serious question.
Sure.
And she said that he was having a problem with his banking. And so, you know what I
Could
mean? And
you-
he
right.
asked me
Sure.
if I could help him straighten out his banking. And I wasn't able to because he has very sketchy Wi-Fi. So he said,
Sketchy Wi-Fi is not the only thing sketchy about this guy.
then the oil rig broke down, and he needed to replace the part for the owner of the oil rig. So could you please send me
Pretty elaborate.
$120,000? And she goes, I feel really bad, but I don't have that kind of money. Everyone's like, "Are you stupid? Are you stupid?"
Well, you always say you wonder if
Who falls
for it. But we had, should I say that the company, one of our vendors that comes in was talking about how he fell for he was selling a car and he was negotiating back and forth with the potential buyer, supposed buyer, and they're debating between $2,500 or $3,000, and then they decide on $2,500.
Right.
The other supposed buyer sends them a $3,000 check.
Right.
Sorry, I know we were negotiating back and forth. We agreed on $2,500. Can you just send me back the $500?
My secretary sent the wrong amount. Can you send me? So he sends the $500, and then that clears.
And
his
the other check is
bounced.
bogus.
Yeah,
Of course.
He was crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$500.
Right.
We've had different buyers. Well, I know some people. You know Barbara Corcoran? You know her on Shark Tank?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She lost over $300,000 to some. Allegedly, I got to do some of my fact check. I got to get John Sabatelli fact checks everything I say. But I think she lost over $300,000
To a scammer?
on a email scam artist.
Really?
Did you guys ever watch Tinder Swindler?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, it was nuts. But these ladies were very
Smart?
professional and smart, but they're even smarter than them.
I have a good buddy, my buddy Ray. His sister got taken by a guy. She wrote a book about it.
Aruba Ray?
Yeah, his
Really?
sister. Yeah, she wrote a whole book about being scammed by a guy. He was
Really?
supposedly in the service, and they were going to get married, and then she found out that he was doing it. The same thing with like 3 other women.
Oh, I wonder if that's his sister. I've read a book about that,
Yeah,
a real story.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
Last name. I think she's got the same last name. But yeah, I think they.
What's her last? What's
I think it's Sue Ellen.
Sue Ellen?
Yeah, I believe so.
But like it happens all over the.
Yeah.
It happens everywhere.
So if we're giving some real estate advice, you got to vet everything out today.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, and don't believe anything you hear.
Right.
No matter how old you are,
Yeah.
even if it is your birthday.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's end it on that.
No.
You don't want to talk about any more scams?
No.
No.
All
Let's
right.
talk about
We don't like to teach
I'm gonna
people.
get.
All right.
Here's
All
my
right.
new T-shirt idea. I'm gonna get a T-shirt, right?
Okay.
That says on the front it says tried, and on the back it says failed. That's my new idea.
I like the T-shirt we were getting after one of our shows. Is I had a stay vacation, and
Oh, yeah.
all I got
That
was this
was
lousy
the
T-shirt
staycation.
from
Bill Ricca.
from my living room.
My living room.
Oh man.
That
All
was
right.
a good show.
Yeah,
I know.
that
I'm
was
going
good.
to eat cake. You want some cake?
I
You
hate
done?
cake.
Are you
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to go? Is that
Yeah,
what
I
you
gotta go. I have something to do.
all right.
I have shit
All right,
to
give
do.
Chrissy some heads up that we're ending.
I
this.
hate Billy Joel and cake.
Do you like Barry Manilow? It's
He
your
doesn't
birthday.
bother me.
See? He doesn't. And Lynn Scouten liked me last week better than you guys.
Oh, Jesus, she'll never be on ever again. Thank you for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Tony
birthday,
V.
Tony
Bless
V.
you all.
You make our life happy.
We'll see you next week here. Thank you.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.